Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First, let me take this opportunity to thank and appreciate the efforts of Professor Salman Sharif for making this annual conference possible amid COVID-19 scenario. You all know what neurosurgery is. The current state of neurosurgery training across the globe varies. Its duration also varies worldwide between 6 to 8 years after medical graduation. The focus of my today's talk would be on the current state of training within our own country and how can we see it in the future and how can we improve upon it. You all know in Pakistan there are two systems of neurosurgery training. One is the college system, which is by the College of Physicians and Surgeons, Pakistan. And the other is the university system, which is imparted by 19 medical universities across the country under the umbrella of Higher Education Commission. You know, the college has been contributing a lot. The college system has become popular for the reasons that its curricula and its training is standardized, uniform across the country. But unfortunately, the university system is non-uniform and still needs a lot of standardization. CPSP has so far contributed to the production of more than 300 neurosurgeons. While the university system exact figure is not known, but it is said that it has produced more than 100 neurosurgeons. A study appearing in the Surgical Neurology Journal 2011 titled A Critical Analysis of the Current State of Neurosurgery Training in Pakistan has reported over 83% of the responses and respondents belong to CPSP. CPSP was established in 1962 under an Act of Parliament, and the university system was started pre-partition in 1916 by the Punjab University. The post-graduation in Pakistan made its real beginning with the establishment of College of Physicians and Surgeons, Pakistan. CPSP began its fellowship programs immediately after establishment and first fellowship examination in neurosurgery was held in 1972, wherein Dr. Masood Javed was awarded fellowship in neurosurgery. He was trainee and resident of Professor O.V. Juma. Similarly, the first MS neurosurgery was awarded to Dr. Sipal in 1966, who was also trainee of Professor O.V. Juma. As was practiced in the West, CPSP followed initially the opportunistic model of training, which requires shadowing of the mentor for years. In 1990, CPSP started revamping curricula for its various fellowship programs. With the beginning of 21st century, it began to move towards the competency-based structured training by involving and integrating clinical training with clinical service and clinical research. This was the model. CPSP in 2009 onwards made a lot of efforts to implement this competency-based training by restricting induction to twice a year, revamping curricula, developing color-coded competency charts with defined timelines. You all, the college fellows, are knowing about these charts. Similarly, replacement of manual logbooks with e-logbook and electronic monitoring of training was started by establishing DNRP. The college has recently developed its own model of overarching competencies that exactly matches with American, this Council of Graduate Medical Education, and Canadian Medical Education, this system. This competency model is focused on the quality patient care, as is the target of the focus of ACGME and CanMeds. And this involves advocacy, pedagogy, and professionalism. Roadmap of FCPS neurosurgery is, after MBBS and a house job, you do FCPS Part 1 in surgery and allied, then you get yourself registered with RTMC, CPSP, and then after 2 years of initial training in surgery and allied specialties with fixed rotations, defined rotations, and after that, the intermediate module of this examination is conducted, and you need to pass that exam before you go for the final examination. The pure neurosurgery training still is not sufficient. That is only 3 years. And there has been a lot of debate and deliberation among the fellows, neurosurgery fellows, within the faculty of neurosurgery of CPSP, and within the council of the college as how to improve this duration of training. Similarly, the roadmap of MS neurosurgery is, although it varies from various universities to other universities, but still there is a pattern. After MBBS and a house job, you need to pass MS Part 1, then you register yourself with respective medical and health sciences university, and then depends upon this duration of initial training is also varied, and similarly the subsequent training after passing Part 2 examination, that also widely varies. And you have to complete the specific neurosurgery training for 3 to 4 years before appearing in the final MS neurosurgery examination. You must have heard that in the recent past, what happened to MS neurosurgery, and along with all other master qualifications in medicine and surgery, that so the Commission for Health Specialties, they de-recognized this qualification, and many of the senior doctors from Pakistan lost their jobs in Saudi. So for the simple reason that there was no uniform and standardized curricula. So the curricula which were presented to the Saudi Commission for Health Specialties on its own arranged to get the copies of curricula from various universities, and there was a wide variation among the curricula. For that reason, this step was taken. Then we had a meeting on the directives of the Prime Minister Imran Khan under the umbrella of Higher Education Commission, Chairman Higher Education Commission called a meeting, and we discussed this issue, and all the stakeholders, including Ministry of Health Regulation, Federal Ministry of Health Regulation, CPSP, HEC, and all the universities, medical and health sciences universities, vice chancellors were invited to that meeting to deliberate upon the issue and to come up with a solid and concrete solution. So we also discussed few things about that. And recently, this news, this cutting is from 29th June, few days ago. So it says that Saudi Commission for Health Specialties recognizes degrees of only two Pak universities in 7 specialties. Now what has happened? That each individual university needs to approach Saudi Commission for Health Specialties for recognition of their own qualifications. Now, in some of the cases, these get recognized, in others, they are denied the recognition. Now, the problem again is the lack of standardization of curricula and uniformity in curricula. So we need to discuss that. The current state of the fellowship training in neurosurgery at CPSP level, these are the figures. These on March 16, 2021, till that time, this is the state of training. The same within various parts of the country, province-wise. Now, universities, as I earlier mentioned, that it has so far produced 100 qualified neurosurgeons with MS neurosurgery. Now, what is the future direction to improve upon the training? Now, these steps are needed at various stakeholders levels. What we need to steps to take initiatives at CPSP level. So those are implementation of competency-based training cannot be complete without workplace-based assessment. So that is a new thing which we need to introduce, and CPSP has already started initiatives for that. And that involves developing mini clinical examination and direct observation of procedural skills formats for neurosurgery residents. And we intend to introduce those phase-wise. At CPSP level, the Faculty of Neurosurgery is also actively working in the following areas for improving training and patient care. That is reviewing and upgrading curricula, strengthening item banks through construction of new items and reviewing of old ones, the pilot testing of this workplace-based assessment tools like this mini CEX and DOPS, the second fellowship programs in neurosurgery in various subspecialties. At CPSP level, technical advancements in neurosurgery require orchestrated efforts on part of the neurosurgeons to upgrade both practice and training of neurosurgery, particularly in these areas. These are all the subspecialties. So what steps are needed at HEC and universities level? We need to have a National Postgraduate Medical Education and Training Board, Pakistan, at HEC level to make and develop uniform and standardized curricula for all postgraduate studies courses and programs, and those to be implemented across the country with uniformity. We also need to develop and publish national guidelines, and those need to be followed in letter and spirit by all the higher education institutions and postgraduate institutions. This we have already discussed with the chairman, HEC. Finally, I would say that let's find ways and means as how we can work together to achieve the target of modernizing neurosurgery education, training, and practice in Pakistan. This could be done under the patronage of College of Physicians and Surgeons, Pakistan, the Higher Education Commission, and the recently established Pakistan Medical Commission, with collaboration and support and help among all the medical and health sciences universities of Pakistan. Thank you very much.